Hi everybody, welcome back to Birdie in the Books, aka Alicia. And if it's your first time here, hello, I hope you stay. But today I am working on the Would You Rather tag responses. I was sort of tagged by Kelly of Coffee Cups and Books. I believe this was started by M from M Reads, Emily. If not, I will find the correct person and I will properly give them credit down in the description box below. But grab a drink, sit down, because this is a pretty long tag. So the first question is, it's a this or that type questions. Never read more than one book from the same author, or you can't reread them ever, or only read from the an author of your choice. So, never be able to reread from my favorite author, or never be able to read more than one book by an author. Ugh.
Brother, ugh.
I love rereading, so I would get rid of only being able to, never being able to reread my favorite books because I love rereading. So that's that for me. So question 2 is read a book with an unlikable character or your favorite character dies in every book. I can read an unlikable character if the story is interesting. So I'll pick read an unlikable character. But there has to be something else to the character besides them being completely unlikable for me. Question 3 is start your library from scratch, but you can't rebuy any of the books that were on your shelves before, or you're never allowed to add any new books to your current library. Then that would mean I would have to get rid of my Jane Austen collection, and I don't want to do that. These are mean. I would say start my library over from scratch, even though that hurts me to say. Question 4, your favorite author never publishes anything new or only publishes bad books from now on. My favorite author never publishes anything new because I have 2 favorite authors, so I'm kind of cheating with this one, but one of my favorite authors is Jane Austen, and she's already passed away. And my other favorite author is Stephen Graham Jones, who has written a bunch from 1997 till 2025. So, and I will always have a backlist with him because a lot of his books are out of print. They're actually reprinting them now, so I'll go with never reading a new book by my favorite author. Again. Question 5. Read only one of your favorite genres or read widely as you want, except in that favorite genre. I read widely to begin with, so I would stick with reading widely because I like to read a little bit of everything. I don't stick to one specific genre. Question 6. Be stranded forever on a deserted island with a full library, or still live in society but books disappear. I would live on a stranded island with a library to myself, because I could never imagine not having books in modern society. Question 7. SFF. Read only 5 series, but they're all unfinished, or read only thick standalones with a bunch of info dumps. I hate info dumps. So it would have to go to unfinished series for me because a lot of my favorite series are unfinished. So it wouldn't be out of the ordinary. Question 8 is mystery. Always get book twists spoiled, or they all have open endings / the killer isn't caught. I don't mind getting spoiled, so letting me know the plot twist doesn't really bother me.
Spoilers.
I like that word.
I thought you might.
So I'll go with knowing the plot twist before you start a book. Question 9. historical romance, a great love story but with historical inaccuracies, or a toxic or meh love story but a great historical world building. Historical accuracy doesn't bother me, so I will go with the first half of that one. A great love story, but there are huge historical inaccuracies, because historical accuracy doesn't really bug me. When you're reading a book, if you're reading a like nonfiction, historical accuracy is important, but if you're reading a fiction book, it doesn't really bother me. Question 10. Read a book that has the best character slash plot slash writing. You can only choose one, but none of the others. Ooh. I'm a character reader, so I would have to pick characters, but that's just character and plot for me are like neck and neck, but character wins out. Question 11. Have a friend who loses your book or mistreats them, stains them, or breaks the spine. I would have to have... Breaking spines doesn't bother me. I break my spines all the time. I know, gasp. Oh my god! I'm a bad booktuber. Breaking spines doesn't bother me, but staining does. So I would have to say having a friend lose a book, but only if, and maybe this is too much of a caveat, if they agree to possibly repurchasing. Question 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Never be allowed to visit a bookstore again or be banned from all the libraries in the world. That's not fair.
How rude.
Because I love both. I use multiple libraries in my state, and I use libraries in my home state. Probably never visit a bookstore because I didn't go to the bookstore a lot as a kid. We used the library a lot. So I would never go to a bookstore again. That just sounds wrong to say, but that's the point. Question 13. Everyone hates your favorite book, or everyone loves the books you hate. Well, for my favorite book, a lot of people don't like my favorite book, which, aka, if you're new, my favorite book is Persuasion by Jane Austen. I know I have a lot of friends who aren't classic readers, so that doesn't offend me. Or have everyone love books you hate. People already do, so I'll stick with everybody loving books that I hate, because I run into that all the time. And hate is kind of a strong word, just certain books don't work for me, and that's okay. Question 14. Only listen to audiobooks narrated by the worst narrator, or only read physical books in terrible lighting. I would have to pick only listen to books narrated by, and it has in parentheses here, Mickey Mouse. Because, I swear, what's that look for?
Gilbert Gottfried, come on!
And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before.
I rather listen to crappy audiobooks than have terrible lighting. As someone with bad eyesight, terrible lighting really affects my ability to read. Question 15. Books from the same series / collection that don't match, or reprinted books in tiny font. That's an easy question because I have a hard time with tiny font. So I have books in different formats, different sizes. That doesn't bother me. As long as I can physically read the book, I'm fine. Question 16, and technically this is the last question. Never post another YouTube video, or never watch a YouTube video ever again. I enjoy posting, so I would say never watch YouTube again. And the last quote-unquote question is tag some bookish friends. So I'm going to tag Bonnie from Books with Bonnie. Jamie from her channel was formerly Jamie Reads. Now it's Busy Busy Mom of Two, I believe. If I have that incorrect, I will put the correct one down bottom. Amanda from the Naughty Librarian. She doesn't do that many tags, but we'll see if this one could get her to do a tag. PL, who's an author. So it would be fun to hear his response to these. He is under the Drowned Kingdom Saga channel. I will have that link down below. And if you haven't done this but want to do this, you are freely tagged. I will have the questions also down below, so if you have any problems with the questions, everything will be in the description. If you just want to answer them in the comment section down below, feel free to do so. I would love to hear your answers. Thank you for indulging me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everybody!